What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Tanner Martin Outdoors YouTube channel. Now guys, it is finally fall time, and if you don't know what that means, it means two things: really good bass fishing and really good deer hunting. And that's the dilemma I find myself in every single year. Is the bass fishing's really good, but the deer hunting's really good, and my problem is I love to do both. If you're just a deer hunter, then that works out well because you just go deer hunting. If you're just a fisherman, that works out well too because you can just go fishing. But if you're in my situation and you love doing both things so much and you don't want to waste any time and go fishing one day and the fishing be terrible when you could have been sitting in a tree stand, or go sit in a tree stand and the deer aren't moving when you could have been out fishing. So it's a dilemma that us outdoorsmen find ourselves in every single year. But with the help of Monster Bass, I don't have to stay up on top of what the fish are biting, what the pattern is, because Monster Bass, everyone knows it. They send you the best baits for the best time of year in the country, or the part of the country that you live and fish. So you're not gonna get some stuff that they're biting down in Texas if you live in Michigan. You're gonna get stuff that they're biting in Michigan that you're gonna catch fish on. And because of that, it's really gonna lower your percentage of wasting time on the water. You'll be able to get baits delivered to your house that you're gonna catch fish on. You don't have to go to Cabela's or Bass Pro or any of your sporting goods stores. You can sign up for Monster Bass. We'll deliver some baits to your house, and you'll be able to go catch fish on them and not waste any time. So this is the September Monster Bass box. We're gonna go through it, see everything that comes in it, and see how well it is packed for fall fishing. So first things first, right on top is a Bait Labs Dizzy Diver. Now to me, this looks like a hybrid crankbait slash jerkbait. It's got two treble hooks, so it's like your smaller size jerkbait. So it says it dives 2 to 8 foot, so that's right in your range of your hybrid crankbait jerkbait mix, and it's in a color called Hellhound, which looks like a perch to me, maybe like a mix between a perch and a carp. So this should catch some fish, and you'll be able to use it both ways. You'll be able to fish it like a crankbait or like a jerkbait, so you kind of get a 2-in-1 there. Next up, we got a Walkabout by Super K Jigs. And when I think of fall fishing, one of the first things that I think about is topwater walking style baits. You're gonna be imitating shad mostly. Those fish are gonna really be congregating, eating shad, pushing them in the backs of pockets. So little topwaters like this are perfect. This is a 3.5 inch, 1/3 ounce topwater, just a real little topwater, so it's gonna imitate your smaller shad better. You know, a lot of topwaters out there are big, long, 4 or 5 inch topwaters, and those really are gonna only imitate your big shad. So for those lakes that have smaller shad in them, you're kind of be screwed. So this topwater is gonna fill in that gap really well and really imitate those smaller shad. Next up, we got the Strike King Lucky Shad, and I know Rick has been talking about this for a while. If you guys watch any of the Monster Bass Instagram lives or any of the videos, Rick's been talking about the Lucky Shad and how excited he is to have this in the box, and I'm right there with him. So we all know about the Rapala Shad Wrap. It's just a real skinny crankbait here. It really has a tight wobble, so it's really good in cold water. Here's a craw color, here's a shad color. I throw the craw color a lot in the spring, the shad color a lot in the spring and the fall. And you can even catch fish in the summer with this. This is really just an all-around good bait, but it's gonna have that tight wobble, so it's really good for cooler water. That's why you see a lot of guys throwing this in the spring. It's a real light bait, but it casts really well. You can throw it on bait caster. A lot of guys like to throw it on a spinning rod just because it's light, but I haven't had any problems throwing it on a bait caster as long as you have it on the right bait caster. But everyone knows about the Rapala Shad Wrap. And if you look, the Strike King Lucky Shad is very similar to the Rapala Shad Wraps. So similar to the Shad Wrap, the Strike King Lucky Shad is going to dive down to about 8 foot, and it's gonna have a real tight wobble. It's gonna work really well in cold water. This is gonna be a really good spring bait, but especially fall time. Especially this color right here that I got, Oyster, really is gonna imitate a shad really well. That tight wobble is gonna make it look like an easy shad to eat for a bass, so they're not gonna have to work hard to go bite or to go eat the shad. It's gonna be a real easy meal, and this is gonna catch a lot of fish. So after getting it in my hands, I finally know why Rick was so excited about it and was talking about it all the time. If it's anything like the Rapala Shad Wrap, it's gonna put a lot of fish in the boat, and it's just gonna do work. So next up, we got the Samatus Baits. Sorry if I butchered that name. It's kind of hard to pronounce there, but it's Samatus Baits. This looks like a drop shot bait here. It doesn't say what it is, but we'll just crack it open and look at one. It looks like a really good drop shot bait. So it looks like it's a green pumpkin with kind of a lighter tone towards the end. It's got some gold and purple flake in there, so this is gonna work really well for your clear lakes. You know, in the fall time, a lot of your lakes are gonna turn over. I know Geist Reservoir right over here that I fish all the time. Last time I was there, it was starting to turn over or has turned over. One way that you can kind of tell when a lake's turning over, it's gonna get clear. Basically, the water columns, the top of the water column and the bottom of the water column just flip. So it's gonna get really clear. So this is gonna be a really good bait. If those fish are kind of finicky, maybe you have a really cold day and they don't want to bite your lucky shad or your topwater, you can pick up the Samadas baits here, put it on a drop shot, really finesse those fish into biting, and because it is kind of that green pumpkin, gold, purple flake color, it's going to be really good for those clear water. So on the clear water train, we have the River to Sea Mad Yabby. It's a crawl style bait here, and it is a clear color. It almost looks like a little smoke. What do they call it? 14 watermelon. So it's like a smoked watermelon color, and this is gonna be really good for your punching or your flipping dock game. In the fall time, a lot of your lakes that have grass in them, you can go punch and frog, but especially punch on those colder days and catch a ton of fish. And like I mentioned, your lake's gonna turn over, it's gonna get clear. So this kind of smoke color is gonna work really well for those clearer lakes. So what I'd recommend doing is taking the River to Sea Mad Yabby here and pairing it up with a 3/4 or a 1 ounce TMO tungsten weight with a big flipping hook. Make sure you peg it and go punching at your lakes that have grass in them. Like I said, the smoke color is really gonna be good for the clear water. It's pretty slender, so it's gonna punch through really well. And if you pair this up with a TMO tungsten weight, you should be able to catch some fish, no problem. So next up here we have the Big Bite Baits BB Kicker. This is in the green gizzard shad color. So like I mentioned, the fish are gonna be feeding up on shad. This is gonna be a good bait to get a bigger bite. To me, it looks like it imitates like a hand-poured swim bait really well, maybe like a Scottsboro swim bait. So this is gonna be a really good bait to get a bigger bite in the fall because it is kind of bigger and bulkier, but it's in a green gizzard shad color, so that's obviously one of the best colors there for imitating shad. And what I would do is pair it up with this zero gravity hybrid underspin head. It's called the airdrop head by Zero Gravity here. When you do combine the two, you're gonna have a really good shad imitating bait between the Big Bite Baits realistic paint and the underspin with the realistic head and the blade underneath of it. You're gonna have a really good shad imitating bait. It's gonna be really good, like I said, for getting a big bite, and I'm actually excited to play with this. I've never seen these, never got my hands on them, and underspins, you know, they're all good, but this looks like the hook is big enough that it will be able to support this and get that hook back in the body. You know, a lot of your underspins, your hook will come out right behind the eye, and that's not good because then you have 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 inches of tail that are plastic that there's no hook, so they're just gonna short strike it. They may even rip your tail off. So this has got a real long hook, so it looks like it's gonna pair up well there. Go about halfway or 3/4 back on the body, so you shouldn't have any problem short striking. I'd even take some super glue and just dot it right around the bottom of the jig head on the underspin so that stays on, and you should catch some fish with this and some big fish. And that paint job's actually really cool. I've never seen it. I've never seen a paint job like that, so that's sweet. I'm excited to get both these out and try them on the water. So it wouldn't be a Monster Bass box without a pack of hooks. Right here we have the standout lever action hooks, and these hooks actually are a 1/0, so they would pair up really well with the Samadas Baits drop shot. You could rig that up on a drop shot and pair those two up and go catch some fish. It also comes with a sticker. This is actually a pretty sweet sticker. I saw this design on a shirt on their website, and I was like, man, that's sweet. So I'm actually excited to get that in a sticker. And then AFCO came on board this month and packed together a Bass Care 101 little pamphlet here. You can go through it and see how to care for bass, water temperature, oxygen, angling, bass handling. A pretty cool pamphlet on bass care, how to take care of your fish, catch and release, make sure your fish survives. And they also paired up a $10 AFCO gift card to it, so you'll be able to go on the website, pick up some AFCO gear. And I love AFCO gear, especially their sun shirts. They're really comfortable, and yeah, that's pretty sweet. All right, guys, so that's everything that came in the September Monster Bass box for the Great Lakes region. If you guys want to pick up your own box, head over to monsterbass.com, use code SAVE10, you'll get a discount on your box. You'll get baits delivered to your doorstep every single month. And this is a sweet fall fishing box, covers the whole realm of fall fishing from top water all the way to the bottom, drop shotting, cranking, just a whole bunch of array of baits so you can go out and catch fish like I said. If you guys want to pick up yourself some tungsten as well, you can head over to TannerMartinOutdoors.com, pick up yourself some high quality affordable tungsten at a great price. We ship daily, so you place your order, it's most likely gonna ship that same day. You get a free ring of bobber stops with every pack you order, so you're getting a great value there. So head over to TannerMartinOutdoors.com, pick yourself up some tungsten if you want to, and also check out Monster Bass, like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Get out, do some fall fishing, go sit in the tree stand, do a little bit of both. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys have some good fall fishing or fall hunting coming up here soon. No matter what you do, no matter what you like, just go have fun in the outdoors and take your friends and family with you. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the little post notification bell so you get notified every single time we post a new video. And also follow me on Instagram. You get the behind the scenes kind of coverage on everything. So I post a lot on there, so follow me on there. And thank you guys so much for watching again. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.